ayayere uyo uko kuno apo pano mamuona kere nai.
Right, it's 23 October 2021, and today I'm joined by Sen Khaliphani Phugeni. Senator, you're looking very smart. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? I always look like this, I thought.
No, this is amazing stuff.
We are attending a pre-budget. We're still working. The Parliament of Zimbabwe is working hard. We are still at work, and it doesn't seem like we're about to stop. And I'm sure we're going to stop at about 10 p.m. or just after 10 p.m. So I'm at work,
okay.
So I have to look like this.
Yeah, I hope that we'll talk about that soon, about the budget of Zimbabwe. There is some things that are concerning me about the economy of Zimbabwe over the past month. So I hope that next week we can touch on the economy. You talked about the economy some time back, but it's been a while.
Okay. Your volume is low, so I don't know whether it's my gadget. Let me try and see. Okay. All right. So I hope now it's sorted.
Okay. Are you hearing me clearly now?
Yes. Now you're loud and clear. Thank you. I think it was on my side.
Okay. Fantastic. Let us quickly go into today's topic. I hope this takes less than 5 minutes. I know you have to go back into the seminar. And I want to quickly show you this video, and then we proceed.
In 1999,
right. There's no need for me to go further with that video.
Yeah.
You saw what was happening there. That was former Dr. Khuphe bodyguard, Mashumba. And he was trying to address a press conference before he was attacked during the process. Is he fine? How is he feeling now?
I spoke to him this morning. He is recuperating, and he is being taken care of, I think, by the organization for Dr. Lovemore. She does extend help, medical help to victims of political violence.
Okay. So let us go straight into the question. Dr. Khuphe, what was her role? This is a former bodyguard. What was her role in organizing this press conference?
Yeah, well, let me put it to you this way, Kambako. You would have heard the saying that when people want to kill a dog, they claim that it's got rabies. And all of this talk and link to Dr. Khuphe, it's a political campaign informed by hatred, jealousy, and muchly or mostly bigotry. That's what you're dealing with here. Who is Kudzanai Mashumba? I'm going to share something with you that nobody knew, but I'm going to share this with you anyway. You know, Dr. Tsvangirai will come to South Africa too often, and sometimes he will meet me with the then chairperson of South Africa, Chief Ndlovu. Sometimes he will just meet me alone, social and political and all those other things. One of the places we used to meet is Protea Hotel in Midrand. You know that hotel very well.
Yes, yes.
So one day, one white guy in the diaspora came to our table and greeted us, and of course greeted the president, and then he just asked for my number, which I gave him my number. So we just carried on with the president, and then he contacted me, and he said to me, "I have seen you over 3 times with the president. I would like to talk to you." So I was a bit taken aback. We made an appointment, and I met him there. So it turned out he is one of our people in the diaspora who believed very much in the cause and wanted to assist. So we did 2 or 3 meetings after that, and I got to understand who he is and what are his areas of expertise and how can he assist. Of course, after the treason trial, I was never going to link someone that quickly with the president. So I did tell the president that I have met this person, I have tried to check this person, this is what they do, these are his interests, and they want to assist, and these are their expertise. All legal. There was nothing untoward about it. Expertise as in communications, as in how to secure the vote and all those things. Nothing of aggression or anything of such. So, but obviously everyone is worried about their security. They don't want to be in bad books with the government of the day and all those things. So this man was not different, together with his other business partners. So I said to the president, look, I would like to move this further, but I don't suggest you come now. I suggest you send an envoy. And whoever you are going to send, they must be people of discreet reputation. They ought to be able to keep matters safe, secure, and secret. We don't want this anyway. Now, the president agreed with that. And guess who he sent? He sent Khuzanai Mashumba. That's the guy whom he sent to represent him. So here I was receiving this guy who was coming to represent President Dr. Tsvangirai. So I go into this meeting with this diasporan businessman. And he sent him on 2 occasions before he came himself for the meeting now, which was the 3rd time. And even when he came, he did not come with any aid that anyone knows. He came with the same guy, he came with Mashumba. And I entered into that meeting. Of course, Mashumba was not part of the meeting now since the president was there. It was myself, this businessman, and the president. But the point I want to make is, if you listen to people talk there, they want to behave as if this Mashumba, like they have done with me in the past, is a creation of Dr. Khuphe for nefarious political ambitions. Now, if we take our time to entertain such foolishness, then we are indeed fools. So there is no link whatsoever, and there should be no link. But I'll tell you this. You would have seen people going into Khuzanai Mashumba's Facebook and harvesting pictures there. So first of all, they harvest his picture with me, or pictures with me, and then they say, it's Phugeni behind this. Of course, because the target is Dr. Khuphe, then Phugeni, Dr. Khuphe, they make all the useless links. And then they jump into the picture which you have just shown now. They pick that when they saw that the public is not buying it, and they say, no. Yeah, it's actually Chamisa who's behind it. They're meeting with Chamisa. Here is the proof. Now, except that is a 2018 picture. And except that the pictures they are showing between me and Mashumba are more than 3 months old. But this is not to say that I could not take a picture with him anytime when we meet and he wants a picture. I will take a picture with him anytime whatsoever. You don't desert your friends because people, for whatever reason, feel that they are pariah or they are enemies of the state. You don't do that. The video which you've just shown there, it's a small clip. I'm sure if you were to show the whole thing, any normal human being will be disgusted. Will be disgusted by, let me quote, this was December 22nd at Sherwood Farm. That's the president's farm, His Excellency. And I'm quoting him. This is what he says, giving a speech there to Pollard members. He says, if ZANU-PF or any other party is involved in violence, it must be condemned in the strongest terms. So there is no excuse for violence whatsoever. And I will extend this even as far as what we are seeing, people blocking roads, people threatening other people, breaking windows of other people so that they do not go around and exercise their constitutional inherent right. There is no room for that. You are not doing the president a favor, His Excellency. He is clear about it, that anyone who practices in violence does not represent him, does not do him a favor, and it must be condemned. And similar with the violence that happened in Mashumba's aborted press conference. I had an opportunity to speak to some diplomats who called me consent and speak to some journalists. And I was relieved to realize that Zimbabweans and even diplomats, they are really following events and they are making their conclusions on what is happening and what is wrong and what is right and all those things. People are following. So okay. I will even appeal to you, Kambakwe, to say to you, even this platform which God has given you, you said so after you survived COVID, try and make it an instrument of peace and harmony and for good. Because I can see that some people who come to your platform want to use it as a platform of hate, a platform where we belittle other people, a platform where we insult other people, a platform where we just incite flames for nothing. And don't offer your platform for that. Wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter how many people support it. It doesn't matter what justifications they want to proffer out there. We are better than what we are seeing our people displaying. And I can tell you that at the rate that the people of Zimbabwe are going, no one in this civilized world will want to associate with us. We are far better than what is happening.
Okay.
For the avoidance,
I get you. I get you, Senator.
Sorry,
I'm getting you.
Okay, go ahead. I give up.
Okay, I want you to give up because I want us to go into the meat. Right now, we're just outside. Mashumba, he wrote a statement. And that statement is very critical of MDCT President Douglas Munzora, very critical of Zimbabwe President Idi Mnangagwa. Did you see that statement?
Well, I'm happy because I don't speak for him and I don't want to speak for him. So I'm going to speak in general terms. You also didn't get the statement. No one got the statement. He was there to present a statement. He was stopped from presenting his statement. Now, you can't stop someone from speaking and then later want to credit some statement to him. He was stopped, violently so.
Yeah, but this statement is his. It was taken from him.
Kambakwe, be an objective a journalist. You cannot. I saw you 2-3 weeks ago when the Alliance crowd in Johannesburg violently stopped you. Okay, not so violent, but in a demeaning manner stopped you from an event where they invited you. And I could understand your frustration. Now they can't then turn back and say, when we were stopping him, we somehow found this information and then credit it to you. It will be unfair. Now, he is willing, I suppose, because I'm sure I have heard him give an interview with Zim, I think in Zimai and whatsoever. I'm sure if you also extend an invitation to him, he will come to your platform and you can then ask him if that is his statement and if you can correctly attribute that statement to him.
Okay, I guess that is the end of the question on the contents, because those contents are what made people believe that Dr. Khuphe was behind this whole thing. If you look at that statement, it's hard hitting, it's repeating things that have been said by people in Dr. Khuphe's camp.
No, you see, people are making a mistake, and I can see that it's unfortunate that the Dr. Khuphe that people know is the Dr. Khuphe of malicious media and a political campaign by opponents. Do yourself a favor, get the Hansard from Parliament and go through that Hansard and see Dr. Khuphe's contributions. Dr. Khuphe speaks for herself. I had the privilege of listening to her today contributing this pre-budget. She does not mince her words. She buys no one's favor. I don't understand why people think that if she has an issue to put out there, she will not be able. She's got a platform, she's got her Twitter, she's got a mouth, she does address journalists every now and then when she thinks she wants to speak. Why would she send someone in the first place? It's actually insulting to always take away, in a very subtle way, adult people of age, of mature age, take away their ages under this fictitious doing something on behalf of Dr. Khuphe. It's insulting to those people. It's extremely insulting, undermining, and demeaning to Dr. Khuphe. She is a person with agency. She speaks her mind. She has been all over the world advocating for different things. A few weeks ago, you saw her on the paper speaking about how useless the Women's Bank in Zimbabwe is. She did not say that in some corner there and whispered. She said it in Parliament. She said it in Parliament. That this is a
but
useless...
when it comes to MDCT president, Douglas Monzora, she can obviously not attack him like frontal attack. She has to go on the side.
No, but why must she attack him? Let's just start there. Why must she attack him?
Well, Mashumba raises the points of theft of funds. He's been raising this issue for a while. He also raises the issue of violence, the issue that of the December Congress. He raises these issues.
Yeah, so how does Dr. Khuphe come in there?
Well, these are the same issues that Dr. Khuphe was raising in December.
She raised them how in December?
During the Congress, she stood up and raised these issues.
Thank you.
The voters' roll was fictitious and not correct. Douglas Monzora was involved in the misappropriation of funds. He was not running the Congress properly, and so forth. All these issues he's raising them in this letter. And he's the former bodyguard of herself at that Congress.
I think I have already highlighted to you who Mashumba is and the history he has in this part. I've highlighted to you. You and me are at least friends. I am able, if you want to meet this businessman, if he's free, you can even meet him. So this is not something that one is just making up. I was able to give you a history. In the party, you can work for different offices. I was the ICT person. I'm no longer the ICT person for the party. So you change positions. In Johannesburg, I used to be the spokesperson. I was no longer the spokesperson in Johannesburg. So he can change whatever office. By the way, if you go to his Facebook page, you will find that it not only does have a picture with me, a picture with President Tsvangirai, a picture with President Khuphe. He also has a picture with Advocate Chamisa. He has also a picture with many other people, including diplomats. And if I'm not mistaken, he does have a picture with the then Secretary General Monzora after the Congress in 2014. So
okay,
now go to the speech on our 22nd anniversary. The speech by President Monzora says, we had, I'm paraphrasing him here, we had difficult times as a party after the EOC, but we have almost found each other and we are now moving ahead together as a party. Now, what you then want to do today, you are then doing a conjuncture. You are ignoring that speech altogether. You are going to pick the speech made by Dr. Khuphe. She made it herself. She didn't send anyone. She made the speech herself. And today you want to say, no, she's a coward. she has sent someone to speak on her behalf. Why? For your own information, she was even outside the country. She just landed yesterday. She didn't even know all of this was happening until she landed here in the country.
Okay, so let's go to Mashumba a bit more. I had a call with Mr. Lloyd Damba, who is the spokesperson for MDCT President Douglas Mwanzora. I asked him about Mashumba, and he said Mashumba is in court against the party, so he could not comment on Mashumba's issues. Why is Mashumba in court? Is it against Dr. Khuphe or is it against the party?
Well, because I'm here, like I've already told you, I am not his spokesperson. The least I can do is to try and link the two of you. That's the least I can do. I can link the two of you, can bring him to this platform, he can speak. Why I came here, it's because I want to take you to my confidence. I received a message this afternoon. One of my comrades there in the party, and I'm going to read it to you exactly as it is. So I'm not going to say his name, but I'm going to read for you what he said. So he sends me this picture which you had put, which you said Chamisa's role revealed exclusive details of Chamisa and Khuphe's secret deal to dislodge Mwanzora emerged after Mashumba's failed coup, right? So he sends me this. And then he says to me, do you think we can get a better deal with Chamisa? And my response was, so you believe this propaganda? So that was my response. You see, because it's unfortunate that the media has so much power and a lot of people have suspended their reasoning capacity to just believe what the media puts out there. And that places a heavy burden on your shoulder, which is what I was speaking to, that use your platform for good, but to bring these conjunctures, especially in a toxic and highly inflamed environment like this, it's unfair. You are going to have a dead person one day for you guys to understand that you have a better role to play than this. Inflaming flames, it's not right. You didn't need a Mashumba to end up in hospital for something he had not even said yet.
Okay. I think you're avoiding my question, Senator. But
What is the question?
The question is Mashumba in court against Dr. Khuphe or the party? Remember, he was the bodyguard of Dr. Khuphe up to December when we saw that Congress ending. So how did he end up in court? All we need to know is it against Dr. Khuphe or is it against the party?
Yeah, but I think Damba told you, didn't he, Damba tell you? I think he told you that he's in court against the party. So you told me that information. So I don't know what it is that you want from me.
What about Dr. Khuphe? Did this issue arise out of his relationship with Dr. Khuphe? What happened there? How did he end up leaving the employment of Dr. Khuphe?
When someone is in court against the party, it also includes Dr. Khuphe. It also includes me. I sent you a poster yesterday when someone wrote on Facebook a post. And I want to read for you the post because you seem to want to locate some of us outside the party when it suits you. When it doesn't suit you, then you lump all of us, right? I think this is Gudagwashe Zho, right? He says, this thing of rational disputation by Douglas Mwanzora, Yvonne Musaru, Witness Dube, Evangelist Boaz, Khaliphani Phugeni, Lindiwe Mapos, and is nothing but a scam. I am put in there. For what, I don't know, but I am put in there. Do you know why they're putting me there? Because I'm part and parcel of the party that, in their view, acted in a manner that is totally contrary to the message that is putting out there.
Okay, now, but my sources this morning, they say this was orchestrated by Dr. Khuphe's people. I'm not hiding behind a story in the newspaper. I'm telling you what my sources say. That this issue, this whole story was orchestrated by Dr. Khuphe's office.
Yeah, I'm happy to even guess this, that your so-called sources are actually political enemies of Dr. Khuphe. And I can tell you this, they didn't prefer you with any evidence whatsoever, because they have the luxury of just giving you information, tarnish the image of somebody, don't have the burden of proving anything. They are cowards. They are just going to hide behind the issue of sources. Those are cowards, spineless people, faceless people who are just busybodies, full of lies, people who can't stand up for anything in their lives. Now, it's easy to make an accusation which you can't prove. You see? The proof that they provided you with, Kambako, first of all, these so-called clever people and sources and then pro this and anti this, they gave you a picture and they said Phugeni is behind it. They harvested my picture with Mashumba from his Facebook account, which is a month or so old. And then when people could not buy that, they then went and harvested a picture of Mashumba with Advocate Chamis. But because they are dull and stupid, they did not realize that there is a date there, and the date is 2018. At the time when he took that picture, Honorable Monzora was the Secretary General under Chamis. In the very same Mashumba's Facebook page, there are pictures of the two.
Okay, but the issues that Mashumba is raising, they've got nothing to do with himself. They're bigger issues. That is why people are coming up with this. In fact, the reason why people say Dr. Khuphe is behind it is it's aligning what she was saying and what the guys in America like Denmoy were saying. It's aligning with what he is saying now, Mashumba is saying. Have they just changed the name of the person who is pushing the agenda?
I think Denmoy was in your channel several times, and he made it clear to you that he does not speak on behalf of Dr. Khuphe. He's just taking a principled stand. I think he told you that I'm taking a principled stand, and this is the position I'm taking. And he was, according to him, then they were willing to sue, including Dr. Khuphe, if you remember. So I'm saying to you today, what happened to Mashumba? We are being condemned for it today, including myself. Now you must choose your side. You can't have your cake and eat it. I can't be behind Mashumba and today again be condemned of the fate which was meted to Mashumba. You can't.
Okay.
You can't do that. At least if you are logical, reasonable, and a fair person. Now, we are sitting with people here who are busybodies, who've got nothing to do. They have nothing to contribute. All they just do is go here, stay trapped here and there. Unfortunately, they have takers. But like I told you, my call with diplomats this week and journalists, no, I was very happy come back. I slept peacefully after speaking, especially to one journalist. What he said to me, it really was, he said to me, look, we have a country to build. I'm a journalist, but I have taken a position. No, I was moved by that. To say there are people who realize that there is right and wrong. You cannot hide behind this neutrality thing when you know that there's right and wrong. And said, no, I'm taking a stand. I'm taking a stand against wrong in favor of right. And that's what we need to do. So I'm not disheartened. I'm very happy. The message I've been preaching, together with those that believe in the same message as myself, it's gaining traction, and people understand that we all have a role to play. We are going to constructively play a role in building this country or collectively destroy it. It's up to us. You are in South Africa there with your family and everything, but you were here in Zimbabwe for those few days, and I think you saw the abject poverty that our people are subjected to daily. Our role is to be fighting over how to extricate them from this poverty. Not to work here and generate lies there about so and so. No, it's not worth it, not at all. The United Nations report, it says in the last 2 years, people who live in extreme poverty in Zimbabwe have moved from 29% to 49%. That's half of our people in extreme poverty, Kabak. Extreme poverty.
Okay, I do get you. Now let's conclude, Senator. And I've got two key questions that I want to ask. The first one is Dr. Khuphe in negotiations with Chamisa? Are they talking behind the scenes?
No, they are not talking. And if they were, I would know. So I'm able to give you that answer definitively so. They are not talking. If they were, I would know. Now, when I'm saying they are not talking, I mean they are not talking about what you guys are insinuating. But I am sure if you're talking about hello, if they bump to each other or whatsoever, it's normal. I want to share something with you again, which happened to me. A few weeks ago, I was just getting out of the lift in a hotel. Something strange happened. Somebody came and stood right behind me. I was waiting for the lift. Somebody stood right behind me, right behind me. Now, I got worried because, you know, you can stand behind somebody, but by the side, but exactly right behind me. So I could see through the shadow, and that got me worried and a bit concerned. So I turned to look, who is this? And do you know who it was? It happened to be the former vice president of the country. And immediately,
which former vice president?
No, leave it, doesn't matter. The former vice president of the country. Immediately, I was moved by this sense of awe. So I greeted him. And of course, he then said to me, "Oh, you are the journalist." I said, "Not really, I'm not the journalist, but I do media things. I'm a senator." And then he remembered, and of course, he then said, "Please greet Dr. Khuphe for me and whatsoever." Now, at that moment in time already, I was already carrying his bag, as I would do with my father, with my uncles, or anyone else. I was already carrying his suitcase, going to his car to meet his team and everything else. The point I'm making, Kambakwe, is that from where I come from and the type of politics we do, we have no enemies. We have zero enemies. We differ with people, but we don't get to a stage where outside politics, we don't talk to them. I'll give you another example. You think when I get into the Senate and I see Honorable Meto Ngokara, I see an opponent or I see a ZANU person, I see one of the finest women Zimbabwean has ever produced. That's what I see. When I see those honorable chiefs in the Senate, I am filled with great respect. I was with you in South Africa when we're trying to use whatever influence we have to say, make sure that Chief Charumbira gets in there. It's not about partisan politics. There should come a time where there's a platform for politics and get out of politics and be human beings and be patriots and work towards the unity of the country. So there is no political machinations that is happening between Dr. Khuphe and Chamisa, but I will be surprised if they're not talking. Of course, they should be talking. We went to the mother's funeral, if you remember. She didn't learn about it in the media. She was told specifically. She was contacted and told, and she was expected there. So it's not a crime to be talking. Make no mistake about it.
Okay, so I think the last question that I want to ask, which is very important, is does Dr. Khuphe, yourself, and all the other people who are making allegations against President Mwanzora, do you recognize him and accept him as the president of the MDCT?
No, that question doesn't even arise, and it's mischievous. I think I quoted for you what the president said himself on the occasion of the 22nd anniversary. So that question doesn't even arise. and I won't even dignify it with an answer because it speaks to the same narrative which actually brought me here.
Okay, but that is the question. People feel that there's discord at the top. There is a lack of respect of President Ngonzora by specifically people in Dr. Khuphe's camp, including yourself.
You see, Kambakwe, I'm sorry. It might not come to you as a surprise. I never try and wrestle a pig in the mud because I'll come second best. I'll never wrestle a pig in the mud. Where you are taking me right now, you are taking me to wrestle with pigs in the mud. In this way, you can't expect me to address faceless people who are spineless, who do not even give you examples. You are not just going to come up with conjecture, just thumbsuck anything. So and so is disrespecting who. When did I respect anyone? Put it there. I've never disrespected anyone. I have never disrespected anyone. So to come here and want me to start fighting these faceless pigs in the mud, I'm going to lose in that battle. So I'm not even going to dignify it. I'm not going to dignify it. It's a rapid wall. We are not interested in that. They can run with whatever narrative they want. They can believe whatever they want to believe. We've got a national duty to do is to build this country. We are not going to be entertaining rumors and childishness. Most, especially these last two questions, they really belong in the schoolyard.
Okay, it's fine. I think many people here had questions, and I hope that we've managed to answer them to provide people with an update. I was trying to talk to Witness Dube. Unfortunately, his network was not doing very well. And I hope that we have Mashumba here to answer for himself. And I also want to give him an opportunity to make that presentation that he wanted to do. So if we get Mashumba, we want him to be able to read his statement from beginning to the end. Then we ask him questions. We'll provide other journalists with the platform to ask him questions. Because we want to know what it is that he wanted to say and why he was prevented.
So, are you sure you are going to be allowed? Because that press center, you saw the furniture was damaged. So I hope you've got your security measures in place. Now that you want to give him the opportunity to make the press statement, you saw what happened when that press center gave him an opportunity to make his statement. They were left with a huge bill in terms of their property. And I am sure that even from a PR point of view, they're embarrassed that how could supposedly secure place end up with such a breach of security like that.
Well, they can always bill Yvonne. They know where she is. They can bill her. She was the most recognizable person there. Well,
goodbye, come back.
Okay, so thank you very much, Senator. Please enjoy you're in Vic Falls, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For work.
Yes. No, I understand. Yeah. It's a pre-budget seminar for MPs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So let's see you.
You have actually taken for 40 minutes of my time. I should be there contributing. Thank you for the opportunity, and good night to you and the viewers wherever they may be. It's been long.
Thank you very much, Senator. I really enjoy having you here every week, and I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, good. Bye-bye.
In 1999,
abo